After a crazy, insane calcio weekend with what happened between Inter and Juventus, the game between Napoli and Roma, the results from the Champions League yesterday, we saw Juventus get destroyed, we saw Atalanta lose, and even today Inter loses to Bodo Glimt 3-1. Milan Como, it ends 1-1. Not necessarily the same type of game as we saw in the first encounter. A very uneventful first half until the 32nd minute. The 32nd minute, Maignan, who rarely does mistakes, does a very big one. Why? Because he has a player on the left, a player on the right, and Jashari in the middle. Why does he decide the ball at his feet with no pressure? Decide to try and get Jashari. He gives the ball away to Nico Paz, who doesn't miss his chance, scores the opener of the game, 1-0 for Como. And I thought to myself, this is going to be the game where Milan is going to finally lose. But instead, in the second half, a counterattack from Jashari finds Leao, a beautiful pass, Leao, a beautiful pallonette on top of Butez, scores the 1-1 equalizer. And Milan at that point starts activating like they usually do in the second half. They start winning the challenges, they start winning the 50-50s, they're always first on the ball, they start putting some pressure. They could have found the second goal with Fofana, but he misses the header. Until there's that contact between Salzmaker and Fabregas. And I don't even think it was like a malicious contact. He was just in the way. Salzmaker starts losing it, frustrated that he got whatever, that they hit each other, whatever. It wasn't a big contact, guys. It wasn't like crazy. But he gets his first yellow card, right? Fallo tattico in mezzo al centrocampo. He gets his first yellow card. 2 seconds later, he should have been kicked out. He gets a second. He doesn't get the second yellow card on the foul. He should have been kicked out. Milan graced for that challenge, but Milan really mismanaged the last 10 minutes of this game. They really mismanaged it. First of all, Allegri gets thrown out because of the contact between Salzmaker and Fabregas. There's a bit of a commotion, a bit of a brouhaha. He says some words, he gets kicked out. I think Il Vice del Como gets thrown out as well. And like I said, those last 10 minutes, very mismanaged by Milan. They couldn't get a cross in. They started losing those 50-50 battles. Yes, Como puts a bit of pressure on them. They don't really they wouldn't have won this with the chances that they got at the end. Listen, at the end, Milan loses 2 points. They're now at -7 from Inter, +8 from Juventus. But they should have done better. And yes, they didn't have Rabiot. I found Jashari played very well. Ricci, I found Fofana was better. Atakami played a very good first part of the game. Salzmaker came in, started well, but then just started getting nervous. I'm not sure why. There was all this nervousness. Of course, Milan didn't want to lose the points. Como doesn't want to lose the points because they're fighting for that Champions League spot. They're now on top of Atalanta. But Milan now, they have Parma, they have the Cremonese before il Derby della Madonnina. Let's hope they can bring some points home. Let's hope this loss from Inter today against Bodo Glimt changes something. Maybe mentally, physically, some fatigue, I don't know. Let's hope it influences a bit the games coming up. And we'll see what happens. But once again, Milan falling behind. Once again, coming back into the game. Once again, never dying. Milan keeps finding a way to find that goal, to find that point, but they have to do better. Those last 10 minutes, they completely mismanaged it, in my opinion, and they should have done better. Let me know what you think. Write in the comments, like and subscribe. Guys, push the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave those comments, make the algorithm go crazy. Let me know what you think. Have a great soccer day.